Hello everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of my December daily from this year, 2017. This Christmas rather. It's now 2018. If you didn't watch part 1 yet, go and check that out. I'll have it linked below. But this is part 2, so moving on. On this day, we actually had our Wild Whisper card class, so it was a lot of fun. I used this card from our Strong and Free collection in the summer, so I did intermix a few of those because the colors actually worked really well with this album that I did. This is a picture here of mine and Susie's hot chocolates that we had, and I just love my mug. And this is in our community center, which was decorated really nice, so wanted to include that. Got some glitter paper, and that's December 12th. So same thing here, I did a little bit of journaling. I stamped the antlers from the Home for the Holidays stamp set, and in here I have this little shaker pocket. These antlers and other die cuts that I used throughout were little pieces given in our card class handout goodie bags, so you can actually buy the cut file for this, but if you do take one of our classes, we often give you some little exclusive pieces like that. Here is a picture of, there's myself teaching, and there's a bunch of people here that took our card class. Susie was teaching as well, so it was a really fun time. I just added that paper clip up there. And I used my sewing machine to stitch closed this pocket, and I actually stitched vertically here too because I don't know if they do make it, I don't have it, but this is 3x4s on the bottom and 4x6 on the top. They do they do 3x4 on the top and 4x6 on the bottom, but I wanted to mix it up, so I just stitched my own page. This is originally 4x6 in both spaces. So here is our sad little tree. We went tree hunting a few days before this, but we still hadn't set up our tree, and you can see it's not even standing properly in our stand, so it's kind of tipped over. And Pippin, our little pup, is quite interested in the tree and confused because obviously that's a little weird to her, but it's a cute little story there. On this little handout, I documented some stories that I read at my program at the library. Oh my goodness, I just kicked my dog out of here because she's chewing her bone and being loud, and she just burst through the door. So I'll try to carry on. Anyways, this is when we decorated our tree. I got this cute little felt dog ornament because it's our puppy's first Christmas, and another beautiful ornament I got. I used the Having a Meltdown card from the Home for the Holidays collection because I was being pretty crabby when we decorated the tree. I just get in that zone sometimes, and it was just a rough day. Nothing was working right on the tree, the lights weren't working well. Yeah, I was just annoyed, so I used that card for myself, because I wouldn't want to use it on someone else that's having a meltdown. On December 16th, we had a cousin get-together, so that's what we're doing here. This is my husband in the morning having his breakfast, which is classic for him, mini wheats and milk. He always has to have a huge bowl, so I had to document that. This white star is a transparency. It's 4x6, but I cut it in half so that it could fit in each of those pockets. And my dog is back with her bone. I'm sorry. Hope you can't hear that too loud. So previously I used this moose cutout on this envelope right here, but I got the cutout from this. So I die cut this using my silhouette machine. The moose is our exclusive moose from Wild Whisper. We don't actually sell the cut file, but that's just something you could maybe get if you take one of our classes. We have exclusive stuff. So right now all the glitter is stuck in his butt. Let's see if I can make it move. There, it's kind of moving. It's in his legs. And so there's a bunch of sequins and glitter in there, which is really pretty, and I just wanted to break up the busy pages here, so used a nice white slate there. This side, Susie and I are doing some packaging for Wild Whisper, and we picked up all of our order from the print shop, so that's all the boxes in the back of my vehicle. And a cute little story, when I was showing this album to my husband, he actually squealed or screamed with joy when he saw that I wrote on the photo, wrote in these boxes. He thought that was pretty cool, so I don't know if it's actually that cool or if he just thought it was, but I thought that was cute. This is one of our Wild Whisper wood veneers, the little fox up there. And the vellum just divides that. I wanted the fox to be floating within there, and you can see the sequins through on this side, but you can see them obviously better here. So this page is about the books I read this year, so I've got a list of what I read, the genre, and the month that I read it, and then I just took a picture of the books that are currently on my desk. So I've got some Italy travel books because we're planning a trip, and then some other stuff there. Here is my book list. Let me know if you've read any of these and what you thought of them. Some of my favorites this year was, of course, The Glass Castle. That was awesome. What else? I really liked The Hate You Give. That's a young adult fiction. But yeah, those were some really good books I read this year. Here I've got some of our Christmas shopping that we did, so I just laid out the presents on the bed and took pictures, and then I numbered each picture, and then on the back I've got corresponding numbers saying who it's for and what it is. I've got a couple also here that aren't pictured there. So that was my story for the 19th because I did some shopping that day. Here is the 20th. We got a bunch of snow that day, and this is outside our condo building. They had just cleared the sidewalk, and it's really snowy. So we got about a foot of snow in one day, pretty much, and it continued snowing for the next few days as well. So it was a pretty snowy time. Here on the next page, so this is a 4x6. You may have seen, where was it? This page as well. On the back of this 4x6, I just like to make it look like it's a pocket page, so I did the same thing here with a 4x6 and two 3x4s. I used, again, one of our exclusive cuts of the deer from our class. This is a freckled fawn embellishment. Yes, it's a rubber piece. It's really fun. I got that in my Black Friday purchase that I made. And then, excuse me, I had to hiccup. Here is our puppy in the snow. She's really excited that it's starting to snow, so that's the 20th as well. And then the 21st, I just have a plate of goodies that I had at work and journaled around the outside of the plate. Here I went for supper with a couple friends, and we went to a Thai vegan place, so I just labeled that there in this little gold label with some gold stickers. And then this lifts up, and underneath I've got some journaling and another picture with another label. Here on the back side, we went for dinner and we went to the new Star Wars movie this day. So this lifts up. This is one of the clear acetate things that I had in my stash, but I didn't want this picture to show through because I don't like that this is orange with red. So I put a piece of a glassine bag on the back of this, and I held it together with the washi tape at the top, the staple on this little tab, and then the paper clip as well. Otherwise it's just loose, but I like how that kind of hides this picture that I still wanted to use, but the colors didn't coordinate well. And then I did my journaling on some paper strips. These are actually on the outside of the page protector because it's really hard to glue stuff on this glitter paper, so I just attached them to the page protector. Here I have an envelope that I received from my grandparents, and here is the little handout that I got at the Christmas Eve service we went to. There's a prayer request request card in there, so I also filled out my prayer request and just kept it. This envelope has some personal information, of course, on that side, so I won't show you that. But then I've got this Christmas Eve page, so same thing. We have my husband and I, my sister-in-law and I stamped Christmas and cut it out from our Home for the Holiday stamp set. Used a little label and some stickers to spell out Eve. So I really love how this page came out. There's that cute heart paper clip that's from Freckled Fawn. In here I've got some more acrylic snowflakes from the dollar store that I heat embossed with fractured ice, and then some random sequins and glitter. This envelope is an acrylic piece that I got in a pocket letter from someone. It might be Freckled Fawn, but I'm not sure. And then Christmas Day. So on this page, I sort of wanted to do like a feature page here, just showcasing the pretty paper from the Home for the Holidays collection. So I kept this simple. I just added a wood veneer from Southern Ridge and a couple stickers and sequins, and then this label that says Christmas Day with stickers up there, and then some gold splatter. So it's just kind of a fun feature page. And then over here I've got our puppy opening her first present. It says Joy to the World. One of these puffy stickers from Freckled Fawn, and then this card from the Home for the Holidays collection. Okay, she's being loud with her bone. Pippin, can you play with a different toy? So we'll see what kind of things she gets into next. This is continuing of Christmas Day, and on here I've got two horizontal 3x4 photos. Oh my goodness, she's trying to jump on me. Can you see her? I'll zoom in. She's on my lap. Pippin, what are you doing? This is her first appearance on YouTube. Congratulations. She's really quite a sweetie, but she just makes some noise sometimes. Don't you, pup? Yeah, so we'll see if we can get back to this without too much dog distraction. So this is some 3x4 photos that are horizontal, but it's hard to use these in this kind of pocket page because of course they don't fit, so I used them on the back side of this and did some journaling in there. This flaps open, as you can see, and used some washi tape and some adhesive under the flap to adhere it, and of course the numbers. Here I had to use the December 25th card. This layout's pretty simple, but I wanted to add some interest, so down here I added some tiny sequin, almost glitter I guess, like chunky glitter in there, and just stitched it closed. And so of course before I stitch it I had to do this card as well to make sure it was how I wanted it on the back side. So there are my niece and nephew opening their presents, and again one of those exclusive die cuts to our class. I just spelled out Boxing Day, and then this was a happy accident that I got a picture of myself with both my niece and nephew on Boxing Day. My nephew and I were matching, wearing camo, so my sister-in-law wanted to take a picture of us, and then my niece actually asked for this picture, so I thought it was pretty sweet. On the back side here I just used this stamped image from Local King rubber stamp. Love that camera. And then I wanted to document that it was very cold. It was cold throughout this whole week, but this was pretty close to the coldest it got. It was -37 with wind chill, so that was pretty nasty. That's Celsius, by the way. Next, I like to take a picture with some of our gifts laid out just so I can remember what we got, and I also write a little bit of who gave us what. That's in a journal separately. And then we went out for dinner with my brother and his girlfriend. Almost at the end here. So on this side, I used this little flap, again to hide some photos that the colors didn't necessarily work well with the page. So I just used the one photo on top and then did some journaling down here. Used a branding strip, that's what that pink and blue piece is. Here is just this really pretty Christmas card that we got. I just cut off the cover part and this sentiment was on the inside, so I wanted to include that because this is super pretty watercolor looking leaves. In here I've got some extra pictures that aren't very nice pictures from this day. So this one's super blurry and this one isn't like special or anything, but the green colors didn't quite match. So again, I just stuck them in there, and there's journaling on the back side. But those go with this day. So again, this is an envelope that I got from a friend with a card in it. This day we went to a lacrosse game and that was a lot of fun. So I just labeled, that's my husband and I, and then I labeled our friends there, did a bit of journaling, and I used the joyful stamp from the stamp set and the antlers again, and a little wood veneer star. Here, this is December 30th, and so I should have mentioned, a lot of people only document until Christmas. I like to document the whole month just because it's usually so busy and I have stuff going on that's fun to document. So I document right up to the end of the month, and actually usually including January 1st. So anyways, here is December 30th. Oh my goodness, my dog is back. She really wants to be in the video. Here's December 30th. On this card, this piece is a transparency, and I layered it over that blue paper from the Home for the Holidays collection and just stapled it to attach those. So I actually really like how that looks on top of the pattern. It's a bicycle with the gold hashtag memories, so I like how that looked. And then down here, I had this, again, horizontal 3x4 that doesn't fit in the pockets, and this has actually got 2 3x4s on the bottom, so it really wouldn't fit unless I cut it. But instead, I just put this on top of the plastic. So I used a glassine bag with a piece of white cardstock in it, and then I put this chunky glitter sequins with some loose glitter in there as well, and just stitched it closed. So I also stitched a border around the photo, so the stuff in there actually can't go behind the photo because it's stitched right through. So that's just a fun idea, and I really like how it looks and how the glitter sort of moves around. So here we've got January 1st and December 31st. In here is a couple pictures that my husband snapped on New Year's Eve. Thought that was really cute that he took those pictures, so I included them because I actually didn't take any pictures. It was sad. And then this is January 1st. I called it the aftermath, so everyone's a little tired, as you can see. We're just having a lazy day. My father-in-law's laying on the floor, but it was fun. It was a fun night. So then, to conclude the album, I included a picture of our Wild Whisper More Adventures collection because that released January 1st. And then I just did this little blurb overview of December and how it was busy and fun, and we're looking forward to what 2018 has to bring. So that is the album. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this, and let me know if you participated in December Daily this year. Let me know what you think of the project, if you've ever done it. If you are thinking about doing it, tell me why, tell me what stopped you in the past. Just let me know. My washi tape is falling off, as you can see. I'll have to fix that. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.
saw the sun